Hi guys, it's Reagan and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. This reading vlog is exciting because it's also going to be a getting my life together vlog, a packing vlog, and also reading a book that I'm personally really excited about. So basically, in summary, I leave for Japan in 4 days and there's a lot of different things I need to do, from packing to finishing up some projects and work to getting my house together and also finishing up my April TBR. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little bit of a productive reading vlog in which I'm trying to tackle all of those things and share my thoughts and feelings on the book that I'm hoping to finish before the end of the month. And the book I'm talking about is Child of the Prophecy by Juliette Marillier. I love Juliette Marillier's writing and I just kind of woke up this week with a strong craving to pick up her work and the third book within this series. Something that's really great about this series is that every book has a bit of a time skip, like into the next generation. So they are connected and you should read them in order, but it also feels like kind of a standalone reading experience too, which makes kind of letting time pass between them less of a big deal. Her writing is also just so beautiful, rich and lyrical, cottagecore vibes, and generally speaking, all of her books also have a little bit of a romantic component. Regardless though, I'm looking forward to finally checking out book 3. I know there's a continuation series attached to the Seven Waters world too, which I'm looking forward to, but nevertheless, this just felt like the perfect companion book for this week, which might be a little bit stressful because it's such a like welcoming, beautiful sort of place to relax in, you know what I mean? So anyway, welcome to the start of this vlog. Hopefully I'm so unbelievably productive when I'm editing this. I'll be like, wow, she did it, folks. So fingers crossed, but I'm excited to read and get started. So let's go. Sometimes the perfect lunch is a well-constructed turkey sandwich. So I'm gonna go enjoy this and then carry on with my day. Hello, I'm very sleepy. So we are gonna make some afternoon coffee together because I'm incriminating you into my late afternoon caffeine. You should be stopping me right now. What are you doing? Clay grabbed this H-E-B Taste of Austin coffee. You know? It basically kind of just smells and tastes like pecans, which as a pecan tree owner in my backyard, that makes sense. That makes sense. Matilda is also feeling a little fatigued this afternoon. But I am gonna sit down and do some reading of the Child of the Prophecy, and it's gonna be great. So let's get started. Hello, I'm here with my forbidden cup of coffee. And I'm gonna sit down and start the Child of the Prophecy by Juliette Marillier. I'm excited about this book. I also feel like it's gonna be a bit of a slow burn in like a good way, and I sort of just wanna like be strung along in a dream-like vibe and energy, you know? So let's get to reading. I'm happy to report I've read 75 pages, and to be back in a Juliette Marillier book is truly a gift. I can immediately tell this is definitely going to be a bittersweet tale, a book full of love and loss and family and heartbreak. In general, I would say the Seven Waters series is definitely a darker series in that there are always a variety of trigger warnings, but take a step back and talk about what this book is about. In this book, we're introduced to our main character, Fane, and she lives in a really small town with her father, who is a sorcerer. She's grown up kind of an isolated existence. She's very shy, and because she's a daughter of a sorcerer, she spends a lot of time learning magic herself, and her father's always imparted on her how important it is to learn her magic, but also understand the boundaries and respect magic in a variety of fashion. We follow her initially when she's a child, and we see her slowly grow up, and now she's kind of coming of age, if you will. When Fane is about to turn 16, her father starts to get very ill, and so arrives her grandmother, who we are familiar with, and her grandmother is a very powerful sorceress who is not as morally good as her father, and her grandmother basically blackmails her and kind of forces her and turns her into a weapon for her own revenge, and Fane is morally very conflicted about what to do in regards to her grandmother. She is being blackmailed, so she will do anything to save the one she loves and protect them from her grandmother, but also the types of things that her grandmother's expecting her to do, she does not want to do at all, and she's morally very against it. But she's obviously torn in a very complicated place, and now we follow her as she's being sent back to the Seven Waters world, where she will kind of begin to go to court there. This book is set in kind of a timeless, magical past of Ireland. It's full of nature and wildness and fae and magic of all different types. There's conflict, but like nature is like a huge part of this book, and it's really infused within the storytelling. It's just a really lovely time. I feel like this book is going to be especially emotional, just given the concept and the setup. Like, I'm already stressed for our main character, Faune, but I just really love Juliette Marillier's writing, and I love her coming of age stories. And they're always just so good, to be honest. So I'm happy to have read 75 pages. I'm now going to do some picking up. My friend Emily is coming over. We're going to play Mario Party, I think, and hang out and catch up. Maybe get some takeout, a very low-key night. But it should be fun. And then I'll do some more reading tonight and also watch some more of the K-drama clan I just started. I'm really back in my K-drama watching, and I could not be more excited about it. I'm gonna clean this mess because it's messy. Oh, I guess Clay's helping me.
Oh.
Alright, gang's all here, and now we're watching Lovely Runner, which is so cute. We're on episode 3. I'm obsessed already. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. Well, it's a little dramatic. It's almost 7, but we are still technically in the 6 a.m.s. But I'm up and at 'em and about to leave because I'm gonna get my hair done before work. So, you know, we'll see what we look like when I'm done. But I'm about to head out. Isn't that right, Millie? And then I'll finish my work and then we'll do more reading. I'm so excited. The Prophecy of the Sun is so good so far. But I gotta go. But I gotta go. It's a murder scene. Are we ready for the hair reveal? Trying to go more orange. It's very bright right now, but with dyeing your hair red or like orange red, the wash, like it'll wash and it'll be almost immediately a different color. So anyway, I think it's fun. We're trying to get to like an orangey, coppery color for the summer. So we'll see how this fades. And I'm excited about it. But I have not checked in. It's 6 p.m. I got home and jumped right into work because this took a little bit longer. But I'm gonna be reading tonight. I'm gonna play Stardew Valley tonight. I'm gonna make an emergency box of mac and cheese tonight. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm gonna do some more laundry tonight, so I'll deal with this. But for now, it is time to take Matilda out. So we will do that first and foremost. Girly Pop deserves not to wait. There she goes, out into the world. Guess what we're having for dinner tonight, everyone? Do you see that? Auntie Anne's Deluxe. Deluxe. Velveeta-esque style, but it's Annie, so it's organic. Totally good for you. No harsh chemicals, right? Anywho, you already know the pasta water is already on. I cannot wait. Watching A Lovely Runner, our new K-drama we started, post-finishing hospital playlist. There's Millie. She's got a tennis ball. She's feeling sporty.
Yeah.
Inspired. Anyway, we're sitting here. I'm gonna go read here soon in a minute, but first, K-dramas. Hello, it's time to get serious. I'm reading Child of the Prophecy now, and then I'm gonna fall asleep. And I'll see y'all in the morning. Clay went to get his international driver's license today and brought back tacos. Bon appetit on this gloomy morning. A perfect accoutrement to reading Bean and Cheese Taco Supremacy. If you know, you know. Hello, I'm here with a reading update because I have read 150 pages of Child of the Prophecy, and I'm really liking this book. The cool thing about this series by Juliette Marillier is all the books are connected through like a prophecy, but it's like a generational prophecy, so it also allows for a lot of like individual plot and character growth to kind of progress the larger story forward, which I think is really cool. So like we've seen a piece of the prophecy book over book over book, but we're also skipping to the next generation with every book, following new characters, new side characters, and we also see the progression of the land and the location through time too, which I just feel like as a way to explore kind of a larger fantasy storyline works quite well, because obviously like conflict and curses don't necessarily need to be something that occurs and is resolved within a few years. In the case of this series, it's over many, 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 many years. Something else I really like about this series too is that all the characters and the storylines we're reading from are very distinct, even though they're all having to deal with the same prophecy, and they're also all kind of in the same place in the Seven Waters Kingdom or in the surrounding areas. And obviously a lot of the sort of main level conflicts, outside invaders and also kind of environmental factors, are consistent from a thematic point of view. The characters feel super distinct from one another, all of the female characters that center each of these books. Their journeys are specific, their trials that they have to overcome are very specific to them, which I really appreciate. And it just creates such a rich storytelling experience. Obviously, so I'm 150 pages into this book and I follow Fane, and she has been making her way to the Seven Waters Kingdom. Obviously, she is painfully shy. She kind of grew up in isolation. She's used to having a lot of alone time. She's used to having space to herself. She feels awkward, particularly in the Seven Waters Kingdom, because of her family heritage, and so she feels uncomfortable about that. And also because she has kind of a limp, and she doesn't view herself as, you know, precocious and charismatic as she would like to be. She just doesn't view herself very favorably, and she's self-conscious. With being a magic user though, she can glamour herself. And so you see her as she sort of tries to hide from her insecurities by putting a glamour on, and her struggling with sort of the mental realities of this covering up of herself. Obviously, she also has these very intense outside pressures of a woman who does not have her best interest at heart, which is very different than the first two books. The first two books had two main characters that had to deal with evil people, but for the most part, they could very much rely on their family or the concept of their family to be there and support them. But Child of the Prophecy follows Fane, who has a very loving father, and transparently, like, her Seven Waters family is also very kind to her, but she also has an individual in her family who will stop at nothing to get what they want, and that includes taking advantage of her. So kind of seeing her have to deal with the betrayal and the pressure of family trying to get her to do what they want that's morally against what she believes in is like a huge part of this book too. But yeah, I feel like a lot of it explores like identity, self, obviously coming of age, and I know there's going to be a romance. It's probably gonna be friends to lovers, which friends to lovers is great. But yeah, the first 150 pages I've been very pleased with. I've been reading this book quickly. I haven't been reading as much as I want, but I hope to read more today. It's kind of a gloomy day, so it'll be like perfect weather for it. But so far, definitely so good. I am making, honestly, kind of a random late lunch. We don't have like a lot in the fridge, and I'm trying to use up produce before we leave. So I'm gonna steam some broccoli. And air fry some chicken nuggets, and that's our lunch today. It's giving toddler, but you know what? Toddlers have good taste, so I'm gonna go enjoy my chicken nuggets and my broccoli and maybe watch a little bit of TV and then circle back to my book. We are sitting down and reading. Reading, and then I'm gonna do some cleaning. Alas, we must stay productive. Hello. I have read page 200 of this book and I'm really liking it. It's so intense. The moral quandary that Fiona is experiencing and just like, oh, the decision she's having to make is like breaking me apart. The book is very different than the previous two, but like Juliette Marillier continues to torture me in all the best ways, I suppose. I also really like Fiona. I think she's a really interesting main character. She's fiery, kind of quick to temper, and she doesn't like to trust people, which is interesting just because in the previous installments, the Seven Waters location was kind of like a peaceful solace place. Like they loved their family, loved their siblings, they loved, you know, their aunts and uncles or what have you, versus Fiona kind of views herself as an outsider and she's being taken in and everyone or many are being really kind to her, but she's not sure if she should believe it or how she's processing it is like very, very different. Just interesting to have this book be primarily taking place in the Seven Waters Keep versus like venturing out, because for Fiona, the Seven Waters Keep is her quest. It is a new unknown location for her to explore and try to navigate and figure out what to do and how to survive, especially with the outside pressure from her grandmother. So it's just interesting. It's cool that this well-known place to us, the reader, gets to be the primary location, but still have the drama and tension of a new place to be discovered like the other two books, because Fiona has never been there before, and it's good. I also like that this book really centers different magic. The other two books, our main characters are really excellent healers, which is really cool, but Fiona is different. As a daughter of a sorceress, she's more acclimated with like elemental magic and transformation and glamours and that sort of thing. So that aspect of the book too has been really interesting. But it's getting so intense, and like this series is dark. Like there's loss and betrayal and everything sort of wrapped up together. And not everything is 100% resolved either. So definitely going well, and I'm liking it quite a bit. Alrighty, it's dinner time and we're attempting to clean out the fridge a little further. I have some potatoes. I should turn the oven on. I have corn somewhere. Corn, lots of corn. Turkey. We're making turkey burgers, folks. Brioche buns, some washed butter lettuce, red onion, condiments. I also roasted some potatoes, and the potatoes are nice and soft and golden brown. And then in the oven, I just did oven turkey burgers, which aren't the most aesthetic things in the world, but they'll taste good. Dinner is served. Just sat through Clay's fashion show for the past couple of hours, but he is officially all packed for the trip. And now I'm gonna sit and do some reading. And tomorrow, I begin packing. The journey there needs to begin. So, it's time to read for now at least. Hello, good morning. Book, cup of coffee. I'm all checked in for my flight. And today, friends, we pack. Oh, must we pack. I also picked up some of my dry cleaning. So we're getting organized. Things are happening around here. Use up the remaining fruit in my fridge because, I mean, this is like a gold mine. I can't let this go bad. So obviously, I'm making oatmeal because nothing is better than fruit and oatmeal if you ask me. Put some brown sugar and some maple syrup in here. Top with some fruit. Delectable. While the oatmeal cooks, I thought I'd do a reading update because I'm 50% of the way through Child of the Prophecy. This book is getting so intense. Oof. Really, it can really make a girl anxious and also like so creeped out. Oh my goodness. I'm falling more and more in love with our main character, Fione. And I also am starting to see kind of the threads of the larger, like probably primary conflict that has clearly been in the making for every single book we've read so far, which is also really cool. Like, I'm beginning to see the pieces of the larger picture, which I'm really enjoying. Writing style is continuing to be top 10. And I don't know, I honestly don't know how the rest of this book is going to unfurl, but I love the character study and the writing of it so much. It's gloomy today. It's raining, in fact. So my plan is to pack here after I eat my oatmeal, which y'all will see because it needs to be done, and then read and just sort of begin to get ready for tomorrow because we're leaving quite early. Hello. We got a bunch of clothes here and now we need to put them in a suitcase. So I'm gonna set you down. I'm gonna put the Tortured Poets department on and we are gonna get to work, folks. We're gonna get to work. But I'm an overpacker. I am packed. And there is so much stuff in this suitcase, but I am ready to go. Oh, and I'm also laundered. So, 2 things off the to-do list. Guys, I am here to wrap up this vlog. I dried my hair, and unrelated to reading, but my hair after a wash, I'm very into. I liked it before, but it was very bright, but it's already toned down. It's crazy how hair dye works. But child of the prophecy, I'm definitely bringing this book with me to Japan. I'm exactly 50% of the way through. Obviously, in terms of a normal reading vlog, having only read this much over the course of this week, not ideal, but I think personally I'm okay with it because I had a lot of other stuff I needed to do and accomplish. So the fact I was able to also read 250 pages, I am really pleased with. And lucky for me, I'm really into this book, so reading it on the plane will definitely be something I want to do. Just the intensity, the plot pacing of this book so far, I've been really impressed with. I also really like that we have been with our character from an early age up into now, so I just feel very attached to her, and watching her have to take on and confront different aspects of this world and kind of that she was so sheltered and now she is getting to experience like the good and the bad of existing amongst people. And Fane in general, I just find to be a really compelling main character. She's very fiery, literally, and I just really like the book a lot. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I know it was a little bit different than my normal reading vlogs. We had a little bit of reading. We also had some cleaning and packing and all of that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys soon with another vlog soon. Hopefully a travel vlog soon. But I now have to go and edit this video like right now. So I'm gonna cut it short, edit it, and I'll see y'all when I get back. Okay, bye.